Michael and I are currently having a conversation about, and I don't even know how this came up, but this is what we're talking about right now. To go out of town for the Army and actually like tomorrow, and we were talking about me getting on a plane, and I was like, what if I get manifested? So if y'all haven't seen the show,
you might want to bring him in on that.
If y'all haven't seen the show Manifest on whatever channel it comes on TV, these people are on a plane and then the plane goes missing for 5 years and then it suddenly reappears. The people that are still like on Earth, I guess, their family know that it's been 5 years. Like, they don't know what happened to the plane. They think their loved ones are dead or whatever. But the people on the plane just feel like they were on a regular plane ride. And whenever they land, it's magically 5 years later. So I was like, what if I get manifested? And this led to our conversation of, like, whether or not you can or should remarry if your spouse dies. And
no.
See, and I think that you can. So my position on the matter is that I don't think that God or your spouse would want you to, or should want you to be alone. So they would want you to be, especially as a woman.
Never said
right?
that.
So as a woman, we're supposed to have a man in our life that's like a provider. He's the one that leads us to God and stuff like that. Not leads us to, like, this is a Catholic type thing, but like they help us with our relationship with God. So shouldn't a woman remarry?
No, listen. Man, either. I shouldn't either.
Come on. I had to get a tripod because my arm was hurting. I didn't want y'all to see me all up in half uniform, but here we go. Okay, go.
Like I was saying, no, you do not get remarried. Here is why. Yes, a man or a woman needs a partner in life. I get that. Get it. You need help. Got it. If I die today, she has to lean on her family for assistance, a Christian family, the brothers and sisters of church, and at Crossroads, I see y'all and I know y'all would be there for her. She needs the support of love, of friendship, and family. What she does not need, or should ever even want ever again, because she found the man of her dreams, is the things that come with marriage, i.e. romantic, intimate love.
And financial support and
church,
help raise
the church can help you with financial support. The church family can be there for the children,
but
just
like
like
it's
your
not their job. It's their job to help you like get on your feet and
God
stuff
gave
like
them
that.
a job to
not to just support everybody that just
stop
lost
her for a second. Jesus tells us that we are to care for the widows and the orphans. For anyone that treats them or lets them go astray or lets them live terribly, for you to be worse than those on the day of Sodom and Gomorrah. A widow and an orphan would be my children and wife.
So since we're speaking also biblically, isn't a widow allowed to remarry? Like, that's one of the reasons that you can remarry.
Yes, but what I'm saying to you right now is my wishes.
But so you try to say that your wishes outdo God's wishes?
No, because I'm saying that in the Bible it also tells you that, you know, my body's not mine, it's yours. Your body's not yours, it's mine. Therefore,
until you're dead.
No, that doesn't void my wishes. If I tell
your wishes,
if I tell
or
you,
God's
hey,
wishes?
If we set this up prior to death, saying, hey, I would never remarry if you die, and I don't want you to ever remarry if you die or if I die, then
but
that's a wish.
But I'm not saying that.
And the story is, she's not allowed to remarry if I die, and I won't. I'm gonna be waiting
but
for
I'm
her
not
in
asking
heaven.
you not to, like. This is the conversation that we had. If I love someone enough, then I would want them to be loved always and to be taken care of in whatever capacity it is that they're supposed to be taken care of, like whether I'm here or not. So like, let's just say, for instance, my ex-husband, he and I no longer, like we talk because we have a daughter, but like, if I don't mind seeing him happy with someone else, and in fact want him to be happy with someone else for the sake of our daughter, then why wouldn't I want the person that I love and married to also be happy for his sake and for the sake of our kids? No. Like, why would you want me to love someone else more than I love the person that I'm married to?
I wouldn't want you to love someone else more than the person.
So
I wouldn't want you to love anybody more than me. I don't get what you just said there. So
I'm
like
talking about like,
So like I asked you before you turned the camera on, could you in any way possible imagine yourself with another man?
no.
So what
Because
is me
you're
dying?
here.
So therefore, the reason why you can't is because of my existence,
And
not
why is that
See,
so hard to believe?
because
I don't
here's the reason
understand.
why I couldn't. Because you are the example of perfection. Like there's no one else I could ever want. See, here's something. I'm not gonna say you're a cheater. I'm not saying that. But the cheater mindset is I'm loyal to them because they're there, and that's why when that person goes away and they're like in another country or state, they cheat.
It's not about the.
I don't cheat
no,
because
that's not
I know
true.
that my wife is the
That's
most
not
incredible
true.
thing
I'm not
ever.
talking about. I'm not talking about you physically next to me, and so this is why we're together. I'm talking about you physically exist. So that would be like someone falling in love with something that doesn't exist.
See, here's another reason why. Also, one, to try and marry again, there's the options of being hurt again. There's the options of being cheated on again, to be abused, to have a bad man come into the family and hurt the family.
Well, yeah, there
for
are
you to be-
options of that. Just like there were options
So,
of that before
another
to be married.
exactly. But now that I've come in and I'm the perfect and you're the perfect and we don't ever have to worry about that again, I'm not going to get remarried again for purposes like that. I found the perfect woman. I don't
that's
want to
you.
ever try it again. And I don't want to replace
That's
her.
you.
Plus,
But the reason we're having this conversation is because you're saying it's not okay for me to
No.
remarry if you're dead and gone.
You're
so
not.
if you die tomorrow at the age of 31 and I'm still 29, you expect me to go the next 50 years of my 55, because my people live a long time, the 55 years of my life alone.
With you, well, you got Corbin Jr., Tiana, you've got Michelle and
But
Patrick.
that love
you've
of my
got-
children is not the same loving
You don't
and
need that
support
other
of
loving.
a spouse.
Oh, no,
like they
but-
don't fulfill the same job, even
Okay.
biblically.
Our Christian brothers and sisters at the church.
Brothers and sisters do not fulfill the same job of husbands.
They would. For
So then
for a
wouldn't they
widow?
just be my husband?
No, because there's certain areas that they won't fulfill. That you don't need fulfilled no more if I'm gone. You don't need it never fulfilled again.
So anyways, I want to know,
Last thing.
I want to know what y'all think.
Last thing. If we don't know anything about heaven, but let's say in heaven we do have physical homes. Let's say homes. Now the Bible does say that there's nobody married in heaven. But I'm going to hope, because I want to.
But it's not about your
I want
hope.
to
What's
spend
the
the
Bible
rest
say?
of my eternity with her.
What's
I'm
the
talking about
Bible say?
even right now. It doesn't tell you. The Bible doesn't tell you exactly what heaven's like. But I'm hoping now that I spend the rest of eternity with her because I'm incredibly in love with her. If that is true, if I die and she gets remarried, when she gets to heaven, who's she spending eternity with? I don't want to find out that it's all three of us and I got to be like, oh, hey, Jack.
Shut up.
You know? Like, that's weird. Don't want it. Not never. No. I want to spend eternity with this woman.
Anyways, I want to know what y'all think, believe, know. So comment or message or something like that. Okay.
I know y'all right here with it. Y'all right there.
Bye.